I want to talk about some ways to find better jobs if you're struggling trying, if you're making 10 or 12 bucks an hour and you can't find anything good. I hear that a lot. And really, I'm just procrastinating because it's 10 days before Christmas and I really don't feel like going in the store. But there's a lot of jobs that I call hidden jobs where you won't find them on Craigslist or Indeed or any of those places. You have to know how to look and how to find them. And here's a couple of pointers that might get you in the right direction. First off, assuming you have the skills, go to ASME's website. They have a list of anybody who's certified to work on pressure vessels, things like that. Same thing with NBIC, whatever that is, the National Board of Boiler and Pressure Vessels Inspectors, I think. They have a list of certified manufacturers available on their website. So you can start at these places and find some of these companies. You might not even know they exist, and they could be a mile from your house. Within 20 miles of most places, there's a handful of good welding shops that a lot of people don't even know are there. Another option, go to your local gas supplier, whether it's Air Gas, Praxair, whoever, and talk to the people who do the B2B sales rep stuff. You talk to these guys and find out who's in your area, who's using a lot of consumables, because if they're going through a lot of gas, they're probably doing a lot of cutting and welding. So that's another good way to try. You can go to the suppliers for fasteners and such, places like Fastenal, those types of places. If you have a local place, that's even better, because a lot of people would rather do business with a local company. So if you have a local, really good industrial hardware store type of thing, go talk to those people. The thing with a lot of B2B sales is these people have regional accounts, and so they're going to know the local geography pretty well, and they're going to know, like I said, who's in your area, who's staying busy, who's ordering a lot of stuff, who's a pleasure to deal with and not an asshole, and who's a dickhead you might want to stay away from. So business in general, a lot of times they might spend 10% of their revenue on advertising and marketing, and that is not really true in the metals community. If you're doing welding and machining and stuff like that, a lot of those places hardly spend anything at all on advertising. It's all word of mouth. They know their customers know them, and that's good enough. And that's half the reason these people are bitching about skilled labor shortage is some of the ones that do advertise don't pay hardly worth at all. They don't have very good benefits. They're just not great companies, very high turnover. But some of the ones that do pay very well and treat you very good, like you should be treated, they don't do advertising like they should. So it's kind of falls on you to figure out how to find these people. So those are a couple of options. If you know others and you're watching this video, post them in the comments, so that way, I'm sure I missed a few ideas. But those are some of the ways you can try. One last one, if you're lucky enough, if you check your local library, there might be something called the Duns and Bradstreet $1 Million Directory. And it's a collection of books, and they break it down by NAICS code, and they break it down by geography and a couple of things. It's like a set of encyclopedias almost for businesses that have very high revenue. So you can check those and see who does very good in your area. Some states have better than others, naturally. It just depends on where you're at, but that's another source you can check. So, if you're struggling this Christmas, I hope the next one's better for you. Try some of that stuff and see if it helps you.